Young and the Restless, spoilers, full Wednesday update, the 6th of May, 2026. Welcome back to our channel, fellow Y and R addicts. It is a wild Wednesday, and honestly, we need to unpack the absolute madness that just went down because my jaw is still on the floor. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's dive deep into the chaos of Genoa City. I cannot believe they actually did it. I am sitting here typing furiously in the middle of the night because my mind is completely blown by what we just witnessed on our screens. I mean, we all saw the setup coming from a mile away, but the execution, flawless, but also incredibly infuriating. Victoria Newman is actually cracking. She is literally falling apart at the seams, and I am here for every single dramatic second of it. I've been watching this show since the early 2000s, and I have never seen the Ice Queen look this absolutely terrified of her own actions. And to top it all off, Nikki is finally putting her foot down with Victor. Like, is this real life? Are we actually getting a storyline where the Newman men face real, tangible consequences for playing God with everyone's lives? Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me take a breath. Okay, back to the point. Let's talk about Victoria first, because this is a massive, seismic shift for her character, and I have so many feelings about it. So, we all know Victoria has been Victor's loyal little corporate soldier for years. She stood right there in Phyllis's office, looking her dead in the eye, and handed over that folder full of fake AI-generated emails without even blinking. She was so smug. She was practically gloating while telling Phyllis that Christine Blair, the new DA, which is a whole other messy situation we need to talk about, would throw her in a dark prison cell if she didn't sign over Summers Corp. But now the guilt is eating her alive. And you know what? It should. This isn't just ruthless business as usual at Newman Enterprises. This is a straight-up felony. Falsifying evidence, using artificial intelligence to frame a woman so your daddy can steal her company, that is so low, even for the Newmans. And I think it finally hit Victoria that if this blows up, Victor will somehow magically skate by like he always does, and she will be the one wearing an orange jumpsuit. And because she's panicking, who does she run to? Billy. Billy freaking Abbott. I'm sorry, but I actually screamed at my TV screen. Out of everyone in Genoa City, out of all the highly paid lawyers and fixers, she goes to her ex-husband to warn him about the legal fallout. Am I the only one who thinks this is completely insane, but also perfectly in character? Michael Baldwin already warned Phyllis that Billy and Kane could be subpoenaed by Christine to testify against her because of their past bad blood. Victoria knows Billy is about to walk right into a legal minefield orchestrated by her own father. So she cracks. She warns him. She tells him about the dirty tricks. But guys, Billy is already dealing with so much right now. Sally just had a horrific car crash and a tragic miscarriage because Billy and Jill were questioning the baby's paternity. Billy's life is a burning dumpster fire of grief and regret right now. And suddenly, Victoria drops this legal nuke on his lap. The man literally cannot catch a break. But let's really break down Victoria's psychology here, because it is fascinating. Why is she doing this? Is it because she still loves Billy deep down and wants to protect him? Or is it because she's trying to save her own skin and needs an ally? I kind of think it's both. Actually, no. Maybe it's just pure self-preservation. Wait, no, it's definitely both. Remember when they tried this Victoria has a conscience angle during the J? No, Hellstrom cover-up, or the Ashland Locke fake cancer storyline. Yeah, didn't work then either, because she always defaults back to protecting Victor in the end. But this time feels totally different. The stakes are so much higher. Christine Blair hates Phyllis, sure. But if Christine finds out the Newmans played her and used her office to launder fake AI evidence, the bug will go scorched earth on Victoria. Victoria is looking at the walls, closing in, and she realizes her father has pushed her way too far. I'm sorry, but Victor doesn't care about Victoria's freedom. He only cares about winning the game. Speaking of Victor, can we talk about Nikki? Oh my God, I am so proud of her, I could legitimately cry. Nikki Newman just delivered the ultimate smackdown. She looked Victor right in the eye and coldly, firmly rejected any chance of reconciliation. She closed the door on their toxic, exhausting marriage once and for all. I know some people are loving this Victor is the ultimate mastermind era, but personally, I am so sick of him treating his wife like a piece of furniture he can just move around when it suits his agenda. Nikki has reached her absolute breaking point, and it is a beautiful thing to witness. Let's look at the context here because it is vital. Victor has been plotting with Diane to ruin Jack, just to be petty and vindictive. Meanwhile, Nikki just got caught in a highly compromising emotional situation with Jack by Diane. Jack is spiraling, terrified of a divorce, and Nikki has been his rock through all of this madness. And Victor? Victor's massive ego cannot handle that Nikki might actually find peace, or, God forbid, genuine affection with Jack Abbott. Victor expects Nikki to just sit at the ranch, sip her tea, and nod along while he destroys everyone in town. But Nikki is done. She sees the AI scheme against Phyllis. She sees the cruelty. She sees the absolute lack of humanity in her husband. I mean, think about what is happening right now in this universe. While Victor is sitting in his leather chair, playing God with fake emails and trying to steal Phyllis's company, his own son, Nick Newman, is literally dying on a dirty floor in an abandoned gas station in Las Vegas. Nick is writhing in agony from poisoned drugs planted by Matt Clark, and Adam is desperately trying to save him. Does Victor know? No. Does he care to check on his kids? No. He's too busy being a vengeful old man obsessing over Phyllis and Jack. I think Nikki senses this deep darkness. She knows Victor is so consumed by his petty corporate wars that he's completely neglecting his actual family. And she's just exhausted. The way she told him it was over, no screaming, no throwing crystal glasses against the wall, just a cold, hard, definitive rejection. That is exactly how you know it's real this time. But let's go back to Victoria and Billy for a second, because I have serious opinions on how this is going to play out. If Victoria actually turns on Victor to protect Billy and herself, the fallout will be catastrophic for the company. Victor will absolutely disown her. We've seen him do it to Adam a million times, but Victoria is his golden girl. If she flips, the Newman Empire will shatter into a million pieces. And part of me is like, yes, burn it down. Let Victoria take the reins by force and finally break free from his shadow. But another part of me knows Victor always has a backup plan. What if he recorded Victoria admitting to making the fake emails? What if he frames her to save himself? I wouldn't put it past him at this point. He is that ruthless, and we all know it. And what does Billy do with this explosive information? Billy is drowning in guilt over Sally's miscarriage. He's probably not even thinking straight right now. If he gets subpoenaed by Christine, does he tell the truth about the fake emails to save Phyllis? Billy and Phyllis have a ridiculous amount of history, both good and bad. If Billy exposes Victor's scheme, he becomes Victor's number one target. Again, it's like we are stuck in a toxic time loop, but the emotional stakes are cranked up to an 11. I am terrified for Billy, but I also desperately want to see him take Victor down. Somebody has to do it. This whole situation with the AI emails is just so modern and terrifying. It shows how the writers are trying to bring Y and R into the current tech era, and honestly, it's kind of working for me. It makes Victor scarier because he's not just using his billions anymore. He's using technology to literally rewrite reality. But he underestimated the human element. He underestimated Victoria's conscience, and he completely underestimated Nikki's self-respect. He thought he could program his family the exact same way he programmed those fake emails. But human beings crack. Victoria's cracking. She is completely shattering under the weight of her own terrible choices, and the guilt is eating her alive from the inside out. I'm just sitting here typing this up, thinking about how all these storylines are colliding in the most epic way possible. You have the Winters family dealing with Malcolm's illness and Kane's ruthless blackmail. You have Nick and Adam fighting for their actual lives in Vegas against Matt Clark's twisted games. You have Diane and Jack's marriage imploding over Patty and Nikki. And right in the dead center of it all, you have the mighty Newman family tearing itself apart from the inside out because Victor couldn't just leave well enough alone. This is classic soap opera gold, people. This is exactly why I have been watching for years. When the show gets it right, it gets it S.O., incredibly right. But I swear, if the writers backpedal on this next week, I am going to lose my mind. If Nikki suddenly forgives Victor because he buys her an expensive diamond necklace, or if Victoria suddenly gets her icy resolve back and throws Billy under the bus to save her dad, I will riot. We need actual consequences. We need to see Victoria stand in front of a judge and answer for what she did. We need to see Victor realize that he has alienated the only two women who ever truly stood by him through all his garbage. Nikki shutting that door on him needs to be permanent. Let her go be happy, or at least peaceful, with Jack or literally anyone else who doesn't treat her like a pawn on a chessboard. Am I asking for too much? Probably. It's Y and R. They love a status quo reset more than anything. But right now, in this exact moment, the raw emotion of Victoria's breakdown and Nikki's cold, calculated rejection is everything I ever wanted from this show. The alliances in Genoa City are exploding. The family loyalty is dead and buried. And I am going to be glued to my screen every single day to see who survives the fallout. Because, let's be real, someone is going down for this. And for once, I really hope it's Victor Newman. Let me know in the comments if you guys are as stressed out as I am, because I seriously need a support group after this week's episodes.